You picking this son.
Y'all can't have a Pop-Tart. Well, good morning from the final day of the Moab Adventure Trail, or the MAT. We had a wonderful time last night in this camp spot. And the last 2 nights, the temps have been absolutely perfect. There's rare moments when you can sleep up in your rooftop tent with all the windows open and just a light blanket, and it's just perfection. Kind of sad to be finishing the trail today, but also incredibly excited to get a shower, like a legit shower, and to try to find some of the paint that's buried under red dust and dirt on our Jeeps. Turns out spending 5 days in the Moab desert, it's a little dusty. You get a little dirty. But the plan this morning is to continue on. There is one bluff line view of the Green River that I want to see if it's accessible, and eventually make it back to the highway. Should be a fairly short day today. I think we'll be finished noon, early afternoon at the latest. So it's another beautiful day, and I expect it to be a good one. You got an itch, bro? I think your dog's having a seizure. In addition to the Jeeps needing a serious bath, and the people needing a serious bath, the dogs need a serious bath. I swear. Let's go. Let's get this day started. Launching Gaia GPS, hitting record, which I haven't really been great at doing. We did find this campsite because Gaia actually had it marked on the Overland layer, which is just really, really handy. Hey, baby girl. Let's see. Look at that. We are off.
It is the final day of the Moab Adventure Trail, and Matt said that we are going to see an amazing bluff line, he hopes. I'm a little nervous because yesterday's campsites that were marked cool and great were not. So I'm skeptical to this bluff line that he calls amazing. But we're on our way there, and it's going to be a great day. It's a beautiful day here in Moab. And then we're going to make our way back to the Ross Monster and back into town, which will be the end of the Moab Adventure Trail. I have really enjoyed doing this with him. It's been fun. And some days were a little bit more challenging than others, and that's okay. It basically took you to places that, you know, not in typical trails in Moab, and so that's the whole goal of this trail. So yeah, super awesome to see him doing things like this.
This is such a beautiful little trail. Just making its way. What is this? It's not a forest, it's not a mountain. What is this? Through the terrain. I really love it. I mean, there's nothing that wasn't particularly technical. You may notice I don't do trail ratings for anything. Like, I'm not going to rate something a 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 5 or anything like that, because all of that is so subjective. And my experience and my build is going to make something radically different on that scale than someone new and in a stock vehicle. So I rate things based on purely the vehicle. Driver skill is going to vary. So if I say, yeah, this is doable in a stock vehicle, that doesn't mean it's going to be a cakewalk in a stock vehicle. It could be very challenging in a stock vehicle, but it's doable. That's also why I have selected the directions that we went, because going like Rose Garden Hill on day 2, Rose Garden Hill is a radically different experience trying to drive up it than coming down it. Coming down it, you can do that in a stock 4x4, especially with low range. You know, a stock Jeep, a stock 4Runner, 4 low, first gear. You're gonna slide on your belly pans. You know, you're gonna hit your skid plates and stuff, but you're gonna make it, and you're not gonna break your rig. So that's how I do my stuff. So the Moab Adventure Trail, stock friendly. Easy in a stock rig in places? No. You're gonna have to pick some of the places you got to pick your lines more carefully. Yes. But you can do this in a stock rig. I swear Moab has some of the most random rock formations, like that white mound of rock, sandstone, just sitting out there in the middle of some dirt and brush. There's more over here to the left. It's just so random, and it's so cool, and it's so alien-like, and there's no place else like it on the planet that I know of. We are off the bumpy stuff. I've encountered some mountain bikers. The mountain bikers out here, they're a whole different level. But there's a series of campsites up here that I want to check out. Just get eyes on them to see what they're like. There's several in a row. I want to take a look. Well, the campsites I want to check out are around this big random dome rock. That's cool. Well, if these actually exist, they're up here on this little ridge line, circling this big dome rock. Oh, that's a cool one. Man, look at the views. That way, and all around. Wow. There's another one with a nice little tree. That's another cool one. So far, these are all checking out. These are all in the Guy Overland layer. There's one more and a circle down here at the end. Making our way around this loop. Where is this campsite? Oh, right there. Right there in front. So in the video description is a link to the full GPX file of the Moab Adventure Trail. All 5 days, the days will be color coded in the order that we did them in. Doesn't mean you have to camp where we camped, and because you may get started earlier than we did on the first day. You may decide to go farther than we did, make a shorter day, maybe turn it into 6 days and play on some offshoots and explore Lockhart Basin more. Really just kind of a starter with all the campsites marked, points of interest, overlooks, that sort of thing, to help you experience the Moab backcountry that a lot of people skip. And it is quite wonderful back here. Very secluded. Everybody's on the popular trails. Nobody's out here. So if you want to come to Moab and get away from the crowds, this is where you do it. This is kind of like a fun little obstacle course. Up, down, right, left. Little drop off. All around that nice boulder. That's a real nice boulder. I think as far as roads go, these are my favorite roads. Smooth, 2-track, a little sandy. You get some speed on them. Whoopie here and there. They're just a lot of fun. Well, this is basically a highway. I've been on interstates rougher than this. But heading down here just a little ways, and then we're going to cut back across and head north again. Makes me wonder where this goes out here, because by the map it dead ends at nothing special. Not surprising there's a ton of RV camping up here. There. Just noticed a bunch over the hill in the distance here. Wouldn't recommend trying to camp on this road. Actually, it looks like that's a horse camp. That would be awesome. I always have, thoughts of what it would have been like out here in the West, riding across this for the first time on horseback. Just kind of picking your way through the terrain, and to be able to come out here and ride horses. And I mean, it's not remotely the same, but I think that would be an awesome way to experience some of this as on horseback. That would be a lot of fun. Alrighty, let's see where this goes. Man, the views from here are amazing. The clouds in the sky kind of look like a Windows wallpaper. Man, this area is absolutely beautiful. With all these slick rock mounds and all the little bushes and whatever these other bushes are. Like, this is just some really cool terrain. The trail's got some fun spots in it. It's got these nice fast 2-track areas and then some little rocky ledges here and there. I am loving this. Like, it's not hard by any means. It's just beautiful and fun. All right, apparently now the trail goes up and over the slick rock. Huh. See if I can find where this goes. There it is. Wasn't expecting this out here. This is awesome. This trail has no name. Finding this trail out here may be the highlight. Well, Rose Garden Hill was pretty awesome. But finding this trail was definitely one of the highlights of doing the Moab Adventure Loop. Or, excuse me, Moab Adventure Trail. I just love finding these little gems that no one does these. No one comes out here. Let's see, where does this go? Nope, it goes up. Sweet. Holy cow, look at that view. It's like we got transported over to Hell's Revenge or something. Or Poison Spider. This is incredible. Now we're kind of up here on top of this ridge. Beautiful views all around. Man, this has turned into something special. I am very thankful for all these little white marks on the rocks, because otherwise I wouldn't know where to go. And I'm not real sure where to go here. Oh, here we go.
Okay, this trail today is really surprising me. I did not expect this at all. I expected us to go to Bluffline, follow the roads like we did, and it not be that big of a deal.
I am very thankful for all the little white paint marks on the slick rock, because I would have gotten lost there.
But like he just said, this is like obstacles and rock crawling on slick rock that's not been wheeled on very often. So it's really kind of special in that way, and it's so much different than the standard trails in Moab. Is the only way that I know to think of that, because we got here from a campsite and it's not something I've ever seen anyone doing, but it's challenging and it's beautiful and it's rock crawling and it's mild sandy areas. It's kind of like fins and things, but also not as utilized as fins and things, and you're not having to wait behind all these people. So yeah, today's day has been really well, really good. Who would have thought?
Well, we're only about halfway through, but I'm gonna call it and say I think day 5 is my favorite day. It doesn't have the most technical obstacles. It's got some of the best scenery. Oh my gosh, I mean, Lockhart Basin's hard to beat. But only because this was just some random trail I picked to go from one area to another, and because the terrain on the topography looked interesting. And so I was like, let's go there. This trail doesn't have a name. And I have absolutely loved it. So for me, I think that's why it's my favorite, just because it was kind of an exploratory thing, and oh my gosh, look what we found. But this has been incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, which way do we go here? Looks like straight. Secret Spire. I just saw a BLM map. This may be called Secret Spire. The trails we've seen along it, like this one right here in front of us, say SS. So this little BLM map that you can't read from your angle says Secret Spire on it. So that's got to be the SS. But I mean, how many times have you heard anybody going, "Oh, I'm going to Moab. I'm going to run Secret Spire"? Never. Like ever.
Yeah, it has to be.
Like I said, I mean, the whole reason I did this route is because there is so much more to Moab than all the famous trails, all the Jeep Badge of Honor trails. There's so much more out here to explore and discover and experience, and it's all amazing. I released a video, by the time this video comes out, probably a couple weeks ago, on just kind of a 2,200 mile update on getting the 5.7 liter Hemi conversion from America's Most Wanted. Just, what all I've experienced in those 2,200 miles. Some of it out, here in Moab and the Ozarks and the mud and, highways and city driving, those sort of things. And one thing I didn't say in that video that I really should have, because it's a huge deal, is just how effortless this is to the engine. Like climbing steep grades and getting over humps and cruising up hills on the interstate. It's just effortless with this engine. It's just really, really smooth. Like I keep saying, it's usable power, not stupid power. It's really good, applicable power. I'm definitely climbing things in 4 high that previously I would have had to have put in 4 low. And the engine's it's just doing it. Like, it's not a big deal. So, yeah, continue to be impressed. This looks like a little sweet place to camp, if you can. Yeah, I think you can. Can we go that way? Yeah, this is the way we go. What does this sign say? It says Secret Spire straight ahead, but then it says SS to the left. I'm so confused right now. Very confused. All right, we're gonna cruise out this dirt road for a little while. I want to get to an overlook that I found on the map, overlooking the Green River, and then we'll turn around and head to the highway. It was hard for me to decide where to go because this northwest side of Moab is just trail after trail after trail. I mean, there's so much out here. Campsites galore. I had a hard time, but I think we definitely scored a win for today. Oh, this looks way fun. Oh yeah. Oh heck yeah. Oh, I don't know what's over this hill. Oh my gosh, this is fun. I'm doing 50 on a dirt road, and it's just smooth and effortless and so much fun. That was awesome. Well, this is one killer campsite. There's 2 fire rings up here. Just right in this horseshoe on the Green River. Now, this looks like people have clearly driven up this. I don't think you should. It doesn't look like something that where vehicles were naturally going. So I'm walking it. I do actually care about the example that we set in our videos, and it may be perfectly fine, but the last thing I want to do is do it, release the video, show that as the example, and then find out that you're not supposed to. So playing it safe. It's so cool that you're actually below that bluff line. Oh, look, there's an outcropping. That's perfect. There's a little jump. Kara's not here to tell me no. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Made it. Didn't die. Wow. The Green River. Look at this bluff line. That is just straight down. This is incredible. Well, I think this seals the deal for day 5 being my favorite. This is just such a cool spot. And again, very few people come out here to soak it in. And a couple years ago, BLM closed off a lot of camping along the rim of the Green River. This is one of the areas that they left open. So the place where we went last year at the end of Hell Roaring Rim, I don't think you're supposed to camp there anymore, because I don't think that's an official designated campsite now. So, but this is pretty darn awesome. What a day. Yeah, looking at it now. Once you're up here, like if you did drive up here, there's nowhere to go. You can see some people have drug something over there, but there's nowhere to go up here. So, don't drive up here. Play it safe. Well, this is weird. All the rocks up here are this smooth, polished rock like you'd find in a riverbed. Like all of them. Look at this. Looks like river rock. I mean, there's no way it floods up here, and the runoff wouldn't do that. That's crazy. Well, that was worth the detour to come out here and see this spot, find these campsites and mark them. Pretty awesome. Now back out the way we came, and then connect to trail or road and head to the highway. We have made it back to Tombstone Butte, and we'll continue on. So depending on your day, if you don't want to take that alternate run out to the overlook and the bluff line and camp out there possibly, whatever, instead of taking a left at Tombstone Butte, you can take a right. It's a big butte. It's a butte of a butte. I love these fast sandy roads. They're so smooth and fun. Let's see. Jump the cattle gate. Hey! Actually, it looks like there's a little overlook over here that we can air up. And we're back on highway and about to connect to 191, where the route will officially end.
Well, today was an incredible day. I think it definitely surprised me. Every day of the Moab Adventure Trail has something on it that I loved, so it's hard to pick just one day. But today was just special because it was just different. It was a place that we've not been to before, a trail that we've not been on, and so it was neat seeing different places and seeing different campsites that we could track, and some obstacles, not like typical rock crawling obstacles like the Rose Garden or on the Gatekeeper on Lockhart Basin, but still some things that made you stop and not just be regular, driving. So yeah, today was a really good day. It kind of surprised me. Headed to air up, and then we will be hitting the road. So yeah, that was awesome.
Well, we started this route 5 days ago, just north of here, to the east of 191, and now we reconnected north of town on the west side of 191. What was your favorite day?
Gosh, today probably was my favorite
Was
day.
it? Yeah.
But there's pieces of every day. I said it in the video.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. You already covered this.
I covered it.
Oh, okay, cool. Look at that, saving me some work.
Yeah.
I think today was my favorite, although I agree with you. I love Rose Garden Hill. I love finding that arch, the Cara Arch. I love finding the Cara Arch. Lockhart Basin's always a favorite. Great camp spots we found.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so many.
So many.
And so many still unexplored places.
Oh, did you look at the map up there?
Yeah.
Like, just this area alone is massive.
But pick that last day, and then you can just cruise around that one day.
Yeah, for real. Let's wait for the semi to go by. Engine braking. If you decide to do the Moab Adventure Trail and complete all 5 days, there is a badge offered from All Roads Taken. At this point, we don't know exactly what it looks like, but by the time this video is,
do they have to do all 5 days?
I'll let that be up to their
That's up to
integrity.
you.
That's up to their character and integrity. I can't control it. I mean, that's up to their integrity. So how many people have a badge for Pritchett Canyon and never did it?
True.
Ben.
True.
Calling you out, Ben. But we had a blast. I am in desperate need of a shower. I think my hands and feet are stained red. Hopefully your Jeep isn't stained reddish brown.
I'm more worried about my Jeep getting washed than me.
I'm sure.
I mean, this is only day 5. I did the Rebel for 10 days.
That's true. You're only halfway through what you've done.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank y'all so much for coming along with us on this grand adventure.
Yeah.
Just want to encourage you to come to Moab, absolutely, but go explore. If you've been to Moab before, go out and explore. There's so much more to see and do here.
Yeah. Same goes for pretty much everywhere.
True.
Yeah.
True. But thanks for watching. If you would, like, subscribe, give us the YouTube love. Check out all the links in the description for Patreon, support, Moab. What am I looking for?
Patreon support, and then also if you want to have some merch, you can find out some stuff from Shop Overland Apparel. If you want to check out the Hemi swap, all the details are below.
Yeah, all that. I'm tired. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.